A fish in a net, number 2. No way.
The right-hander's gone tanking.
Welcome to a new video. I am not back on the bank, I'm in my garage, otherwise known as the fishing den, and I've been getting the gear sorted. Essentially it's the King's Coronation weekend and my missus decided to organise a little social gathering with our neighbours, so they've all come over to the little courtyard in our cul-de-sac. She's put on some food, got some drinks sorted, and everyone's been out there having a good time. All the kids have been playing and it's been pretty nice, to be fair, but I've managed to get half an hour, nip into the garage and start sorting out the kit, because later on I've managed to get the green light to go out and do an overnighter. So I'm going to be heading up to the Cotswolds. Chances are it'll probably be either dark or near enough dark when I get there, but hopefully I'll have time to be able to look around, see something, get some rods out nice and quick, and hopefully catch a fish. But I've basically just got some hook bait sorted, got everything ready, so I haven't got to mess around too much when I get to the lake. So anyway, before I get dragged away to go and do something else family related, I better crack on and get my stuff ready, because I want to be able to get it straight in that van once the little one's gone to bed. So let's hope it pays off. Let's hope we can have one. I will catch up with you when I'm on the lake. So yeah, see you a bit later. Right, that is the van over there. I'll show you it in a second before I drive on. It is still drivable, but unfortunately I just hit this girl and I hit her pretty hard. Comes straight out in front of me, only just about had time to put a bit of brake on, so it's hit it pretty hard. It's only got sort of from that wall to here and died, so it's not lasted. It's obviously pretty much killed it instantly, near enough, I think. Unfortunately, yeah, proper smashed it in. It's obviously repairable. I'm going to be able to drive it. It seems to be ticking over, so I'm going to try and get to the lake. I'm about 3 miles away, so I'm going to get to the lake and sort it all out in the morning. And yeah, what an absolute disaster. Sorry about that old girl, but I guess these things happen, don't they? But anyway, let's go and have a look at the van, and then I need to get off this road, because it is a pretty fast road, to be honest, so I don't want to stand around in here in the road for too long. So let's go and have a quick look at the damage. It is bad. So as you can see, it is smashed in the front of the car, properly smashed in that front there. It's pushed in the bonnet pretty bad. This is where the main impact was around here, so it's taken out that light. You can see it's properly dented in that wing. It really has hit it pretty hard. So yeah, absolute disaster. I mean, there's disasters and then there are proper disasters, and that is a proper disaster. But she's drivable, so I'm going to plod slowly over to the lake and sort it all out in the morning. Well, morning then. I'd say good morning, but it is definitely not a good morning after last night's events. That is 100% the worst start to a session I've ever had. An absolute disaster. It's completely messed up my plans. So you've probably seen what happened already, but essentially 2 deer ran out in front of me. Unfortunately, I couldn't avoid them, hit them pretty hard, and it's properly smashed in the front of my van. So it's going to be an insurance job, unfortunately. So I had to mess around getting all that sorted out when I got here. Obviously, I wanted to make sure that I put the claim in straight away and let them know what happened. It's the King's Coronation Bank Holiday weekend, so essentially it's kind of like out of hours at the moment coverage with the insurance. So essentially, because it was an emergency, I managed to get to the lake. I was off the road in a safe place. They said they weren't going to get anyone out to me there and then. I was happy with that anyway. I said I was actually on my way out fishing. I'm essentially going to be camping, so I said I'm happy to be where I am, but I do need to get recovered back home on the Tuesday, which is obviously tomorrow. So they've essentially said that they'll call me tomorrow and try and arrange getting me recovered. So I don't know how long I'm going to have tomorrow to actually fish, but at least I got here. I've managed to get the rods out. I literally pub chucked them. So it wasn't all bad, I guess, but yeah, absolute disaster. I just hope it gets fixed pretty quick and we can get her back on the road. But anyway, when I got her, like I said, I literally pub chucked some rods out. I wasn't really in the mood by then. I just wanted to get my head down and kind of restart this morning, so it's pretty much exactly what I'm going to do. So the plan of attack then is I was going to come up to the Cotswolds. I'm on Hallcott, and I was going to do a night on here on the way to go into the syndicate. So the plan was I was going to pack up sort of late morning, shoot over to the syndicate and then do a session on there, but unfortunately that's not going to happen now because I can't really drive the van. So my plan of attack now is to try and make the most of this situation, try and see if I can get a result out of here and see if we can get a bite. So it is really busy, but I managed to get in a decent area, bit of water in front of me. It's the bank holiday weekend, so there's a lot of people on, but hopefully a lot of them will be pulling off today because it is the Monday today, and it might give me a bit of room and a few options. But I've actually seen a few fish showing this morning, not right on me, but definitely out in the middle zone in front of me. So there's fish about. I've seen a couple of fish in close in the margins as well, along this bank. Couldn't get on them because there were guys fishing, but there's definitely fish about, so it looks like they are a little bit spread out. They're not in any particular zone, so there's definitely the chance of a bite. And we've got some really mild wet weather coming in. We've actually had a bit of rain this morning, but it meant to have some real heavy rain later, and it looks really good for getting some baits on the bottom over a good bed of bait, and hopefully the fish will get their heads down and we can have a result. I think, considering what's happened, I deserve a chunk off of the back of that personally, so let's see if we can make it happen. But I'm going to finish off my coffee and try and come up with a plan, and I'll catch up with you in a bit and show you what I'm going to do.
Right then, just gonna have a bit of a lead around then, see if I can find anything. Fishing. Just need to put a bit of bait on them. So here's a little tip, just to speed up the process of the bait breaking down, releasing a load of attraction and also making it look like it's been there for longer, because the lake's been obviously fished quite a bit the last few days, and that is literally just giving it a little touch of boiling water. I have put a little bit on there already, and that just helps soak into those baits and start that breakdown process that little bit quicker. And what I'm going to do is just leave that for sort of 10-15 minutes, just let it all soak in, and the rest of it I'm going to make a brew. That's too far to the right. Right, a bit of an update for you. So the rods are out. I've had a good lead around, found a lovely spot just shy of about 100 yards, and yeah, it's a nice sort of smoothy spot, a little bit of gravel amongst it, nice clear area, so I'm well happy with that. 3 rods went out, took me a few casts if I'm honest, didn't really go out that easy, but the rods are out and we are fishing. I've also put a little bit of bait out, not quite sure how much, but a couple of spots were way off the target. Definitely felt a bit rusty, but managed to get a nice amount on target. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. So we're fishing over a bit of bait, and the guy next door to me has just had a fish, so that's a good sign. There's been a couple of fish showing out in open water, out towards where I'm fishing, and the bailiff told me earlier on that a few fish come out this morning as well. So it looks like this weather has switched the fish on, and there is definitely potential of a bite. So I'm just really hoping that after such a disaster of a start to this session, I can turn it around and we will have a fish. So let's hope it works out that way. But anyway, I might go and have a little look at what this guy's had, because he's just getting out to do the photos, I think. So don't want to be too intrusive, but I'll go and have a quick look and see what he's doing. Well, the right hand rod is just absolutely one-toned. Happy days. Those rods have only been out there about an hour and a half, but I loaded quite a bit of bait on it as well. I'm going and swim next door, had a fish about half hour ago. There's been a couple of fish showing, and then the right hander has gone tanking. Happy days. Just keeping the rod top nice and low to the water tends to keep them up, although it's a very shallow lake anyway. It does sort of just help keep them sort of up in the water. Got this fish is pulling. He is absolutely scrapping. Oh. Keep it moving. Keep it moving. That might be me, mate. I think it's kited for your line. It's on here, mate. I think he's kited right. No worries, mate. Nice one. No. Oh dear. Right, he's in. Got him in, mate? Yeah, nice one. I'll try and sort it out.
Got a lot of line there.
Yeah, he cut because it was out quite far. I think he's just kind of right round to the right, yeah.
I've seen you on video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen you on YouTube.
Yeah, hang on, mate.
That's it.
Right, that's 3 of that.
Right, they're both off, mate. You wind them in.
Right, that is the rig that I had the fish on. Well, it's a new hook section, but that's essentially what I had it on. Lead clip system, 4-ounce lead, about 5 inches of ESP tungsten loaded, and then my little hair rig Ronnie with a little bug pop up on there. Absolute nailed him in the face. Happy days. Let's get it back out, see if we can get another one. Right, that's 2 just to top it up. Well, how about that then? That spot on that bait has produced the goods. 26.5 pound common. Happy days. Glad I made that change from the zigs to fishing on the bottom and getting a bit of bait out there. What a lovely conditioned fish, really fit and healthy, and well happy with that. Cracker. That's what we come here for, from mega stunning looking fish like this. So anyway, it's a bit wet, so I'm going to do this quick, get a roam. Rod is back fishing, so hopefully we'll have a chance of another one. Get in there. There you go. Go on. Happy days. Right then, what an absolute result. I'm so chuffed that I had a fish. It has literally turned the session from a complete disaster to a bit more of a high. So that's the first one I've had out of here this year. So it's taken a few sessions to finally get a bite, but I'm chuffed. And it was a lovely fish, 26 plus common, lovely clean fish. Mega fight. Actually took out the guy's rods to my right, took out 2 of his rods. It was absolutely flying to the right. I was piling the pressure on and it just didn't want any of it. So luckily the guy was a sound bloke, and he didn't mind. He was happy to see me catch a fish, and he actually was a subscriber as well. It's a dad and son fishing together, and they both follow the channel. So if you're watching this, sorry for taking your rods out, but thanks for being sound about it. That was greatly appreciated. So anyway, I obviously caught that fish on a change of tactics. It was off the off some bait, so I started on zig rigs. I pub chucked them basically when I got here. I was absolutely shattered, so I just pub chucked them. Nothing happened, but had a good lead around after seeing some fish show. Found a lovely spot. Put a 50-50 mix of pellet and boilie out there. I did chuck a few tigers in as well, and then I pretty much put most of that out there. I've then just fished 3 Ronnies over the top of it, all on Match the Hatch DNA bug pop-ups, and yeah, that rod literally went off within about an hour and a half. So yeah, absolute result. I'm so chuffed with it. But I topped up a little bit with a couple of spods, and the guy next to me has actually had another one. He's had 2 fish now, so it does look like there's some fish in the area. I'm very confident of another one, but the weather is absolutely miserable now. It's literally torrential rain. It seems to be just relentless. I've got a river running through the bivvy. I haven't got a ground sheet, so I've literally got a river running through. I think I've set up on the lowest level ground ever, and all the water's just rushing into where I am, but it is what it is. But anyway, it's a good test for the new SLR bivvy. That's the first session I've taken it out, and it's absolutely bone dry in here. No condensation or anything. I'm very impressed, and it goes up mega quick, so that's a bonus as well. But I'll be honest, I think I deserve another bite, and I think I deserve a big one. I think, considering what I've gone through to be able to get on the lake, I think the carp gods should pay me with an absolute chunk. So hopefully I will be showing you a banger very shortly. But until then, I'm going to polish off the thatchers, and yeah, I'll speak to you in a bit. So over here then, we've got some nice dry ground, but if we turn this way, gradually gets wetter and wetter and wetter, to the point where I might as well be fishing out of a swimming pool. Yep, look how miserable and wet that is. You can literally see the movement as it's running through. It's like a river. Absolutely ridiculous. And it's going to carry on like this all night, so I'll probably wake up swimming. Right, good morning, and it is a pretty good morning, because I was probably about 15 minutes ago in my bag having a bit of a lie-in, and then I got woken up by the right hand rod, absolutely one toning, and I have got A fish in a net, number 2, and it looks like a nice one. It's another common, but I think it might be bigger than the last one, so happy days. But yeah, I'm still a little bit groggy because I've literally got dragged out the sleeping bag by that bite, so I'm going to try and wake myself up a bit, get things sorted, and then we'll lift her up for the camera and have a look what we got. So yeah, let's crack on and do that, and yeah, let's get her out. No way. Well, to say things have come good is an understatement. That is a UK PB common for me. £30 6 ounces. It's my first £30 common. My previous PB is sat around £29 for quite a long time. But yeah, it's my first £30 common. Absolutely chuffed. What an absolute result. It's got a wicked black eye on this side, which I'll spin it around and show you. It's probably a bit of a known fish, but yeah, absolutely buzzing. Right hand side of the spot again. Bug pop up on that Ronnie. Over a little bit of bait, well, a decent bit of bait really. And yeah, second fish. Absolutely chuffed. What a result. Look at that eye. She's got like a really black eye. But yeah, what a cool fish. £30 a common. Come on! Get in. Look at that. Cotswold chunk of gold, huh? Go on. Oh, what a result. Right, so we are back in the garage, back where it all began at the start of the video, and the reason for that is essentially I'm a couple of weeks on now from that session, and as soon as I slipped that fish back, that last one, that lovely £30 common, I actually had to get in touch with an insurance company and go through the whole process of trying to get myself back home. So unfortunately the rods got reeled in. I didn't do any more fishing after that point, and I was on the phone for several hours back and forth trying to get things sorted. I ended up having to go back and forth speaking to my other half to try and get certain details that they required to try and get their claim put through. It was an absolute pain. I'm insured through Lloyd's, and the underwriters I believe are Covia, and they are an absolute nightmare. It's about 2 weeks on from when it happened, and I've still got the van sat on my driveway, smashed up. Absolutely nothing has happened, and I'm still awaiting something to actually get properly sorted. So it has been absolute nightmare, I'm not going to lie. Having said that though, I have still managed to squeeze in a session. Luckily Hugh was around, so we went out and we fished a lovely overgrown little pit up in the Cotswolds a few days ago, so that will hopefully be coming out next week. And I have still got another car. We've got a family car, so I will try and see if I can pop out local over the next couple of weeks while I'm waiting for the van to get sorted. But anyway, yes, definitely a very frustrating start and end to the session, but at least I managed a couple of fish during the time on the bank there anyway. So hopefully you enjoyed the session. If you did and you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, check out the social media shown at the bottom of the screen, and until next time, hopefully my van will be fixed and we can get out and catch some more carp. But if you're getting out, be lucky, and I will see you guys in the next video. Boom.